There it is, the letting go and paring down of the cube collection. Another shipment of cubes for Wheeler. I guess he had 9 lots of cubes or something like that to go out today on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Alright, time to bring these in. Quick count. I did a quick count. Good, good flow today. 18 going out. Let's get on the road here, and I got a little bit of a story. We were in the office early today, packing orders and stuff. I don't have all the details, but sitting here towards the front of our building is where my office is, and I can't really see out. I have it blacked out. We're here at night. I just don't want all the lights on and everybody always looking in. The road we have going here is one of the secondary roads off the highway. It's a main road, sort of. And trying to open up my organic fuel here, trying to get some fuel in. In my busy life, you got to keep the fuel going in. Anyway, sitting there, and when a big truck goes by, you can tell it's a big truck. And even if it's a semi, some of them are really aggressive, and it shakes all the concrete and it shakes the building, and some of them slip through, not too big of a deal. Well, something came by, and you could hear some sirens off in a distance. Something came by, and you could tell it was straining, like it was really going, and it just felt heavy as all get out. And then you could hear it as well, like it was going for it, and the speed limit here I think is 30 or 35, and then as you get out of town it gets up there to 65 even. But then the sirens came, and so then we're thinking, well, it's either a high-speed chase or it's a fire outside of town or something outside of town, and all the heavy fire trucks and stuff are getting that direction. Well, the thing that didn't line up is the heavy vehicle. If it was the fire truck, it didn't really sound like a fire truck, but if it was the fire truck, you would have had a siren on that too, and there probably would have been, preceding sirens, smaller vehicles, that type of thing. Generally, the fire trucks aren't roving around, so they don't usually get out first. Now, we are in super dry conditions out here. It's not windy today, but super dry fire alert conditions. So anyway, then a bunch of county boys and police and state and everything else kept whooping by. Turns out it's like the second one in a couple weeks. High-speed chase. Apparently some big-ass diesel pickup truck pulling super heavy big-ass trailer with the tires blown out already, pulling it like a mad dog through town, and then who knows what happened down the road. But they've got about 7 or 8 miles to go until I-70. There's no way they're going to get away. There's nowhere to go. But with I-70 running east to west here, joining Denver, Colorado, and on the other side you've got Kansas City and St. Louis and all that, we get some pretty interesting loads that go through, illegal loads and things. And so who knows what that is. We'll get the details in the paper tonight or tomorrow. But they'll get off the highway when there's trouble, or they'll just try to take one of these secondary highways. And people out here, they're watching everybody's back, and so something doesn't look right, they report it. And then the cops here, I mean, they've got plenty of funding for stuff like guns and stuff and vehicles and stuff. They're like a swarm of bees, man. They'll take you down. And It was quite a few years back before we came out here. They had a big shootout, killed some officers, and sort of Bonnie and Clyde killed the people, I think, eventually. But we do get some near west, wild west crazy shit from time to time, and it does concern me, obviously, and this kind of stuff happens everywhere. Out here it's just a little more dramatic, I think, from time to time. People that get caught, bad people that get caught up out here, I don't think they know how to act out here, because it's sort of a different world, spread out, not a lot of people, but passionate people, and everybody's got a dog, and everybody's got guns galore, and there's, you know, there's tough people out here. These people are tough. These aren't pansies out here. So we also had, not too long ago, armed robbery, one of the first ones in a while. I might have mentioned it. Armed robbery at the convenience store, just a few blocks from where I live and a few blocks from my business, and so that obviously is concerning. Not the reason we're moving, but I am glad that we've got a very good police force out here, and those guys are always under a lot of pressure, a lot of different ways. They're pretty good guys out here. Okay, let's get the post office stuff where it's supposed to go. All right, let's take a quick peek on how this project's going. It looks like they got the old grain bin piece out here, and they broke it up a little bit, put it on this truck. Looks like they had to sort of rip it off of there, and it collapsed a little bit. And then they got the other one back there, and the new one is going in. There's the other old piece back behind the yellow crane back there, and then this guy up here is installing whatever the top piece that's going to be on there. They're really working away at this. They're lucky they got no wind this week, getting up there on some of that stuff. Of course, this thing goes way up there. I've talked to some people through the last couple of years out here that remember when they built that, and or going up there, and you know, after graduation, high school or something. I think a few people have nosedived off it in the last 50 years, but it's way the heck up there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a ladder on the outside. It's a good, I don't know how many hundred feet it is up there. And when it gets windy, boy, you don't want to be up there. So, rest of the day, caught up on orders. I think most of my sales, my discount sales that I have on my eBay channels are ending or have ended. So sales will either be slow or moderate until I start that up again. You got the basketball tournament going today, which I think, I don't know, I think it slows down sales a little bit. Depends what you're selling. If you're selling beer, it's probably would speed them up. But you know, we'll just take what sales we get. Tonight I'll be listing some more items again, trying to take apart that one sign piece and pack whatever comes in. We'll just go from there. I'm heading to grab all the kids that want to get out and enjoy the 80-degree weather here. Gonna do a little running if I can do it. I'll take a couple laps and see how everything's flowing. Boys are gonna do their couple miles and kids will play. I have a following of people that encourage me and discourage me and comment on everything, and not everybody understands exercise. They think I, of course, force my kids to do everything. You know, force your kids to do things. If you haven't had kids, it probably looks different. When I was a kid, you know, there were things that you wanted to do, and there were things that you didn't want to do. But I will say this. My parents encouraged me to do a lot of things, and I drug my ass on some of them. And when I did get involved with them, and when I did go do them, most of the things that they encouraged me to do, I liked. I either liked at the time, or I really appreciated them as I got older. And running is one of those things. I mean, who the heck wants to run? I mean, it's one of those things that if you've never run before and you think about it, you're like, why would I do that? Just jump in my car, or, you know, at least I'm gonna bike, or I'm not really going anywhere, whatever, right? Play basketball, whatever. Well, I've been running for 30 years and I'm totally hooked on it, and there's obviously good aspects, and as with anything, you can overdo it if it starts ruling your life. That's not what we're talking about here. So I've encouraged all my kids to run. Some of them, you know, Wheeler really likes to run. He has got so much going on that he knows he wants to do it. He says it all the time, but he's a little scattered, and I don't, you know, he's got to be his own guy, so I don't encourage him as much as I used to. Jake and Ben, they're going on 13 and just 11. They like to run. They tell me they like to run, they like to race. Sometimes they groan and moan, but if you've ever run and ever had an exercise program, it's always hardest to start. Once you do it, once you're done, you're pretty much super happy that you did it. And so I'm here to be an encourager, and some people think I force my kids to do things, but certainly not the case. That's pretty ridiculous. But that is the environment that we live in. There's a lot of good people out there, and then there's a lot of ridiculousness out there. I feel like I'm fighting it face on sometimes. All right, run, school, supper, back in the shop. Well, back in the office, I got a little more than I bargained for. I had to go over the quarterly term papers with the boys, and that's helping somebody learn to write term papers or book reports. That's always a challenge. We've been through it with quite a few children, so, you know, we've seen a lot of different reports and stuff. Mostly they have the hang of it, but the curriculum keeps removing a lot of the helpers, and so they have to keep doing more on themselves. And I got to go on a 2-mile walk with Lon, and so I find myself now after 8 o'clock, that clock's not switched yet, 8 o'clock and getting dark out, and the first step I'm going to do is box up some of this and get some of this out to the dumpster. Let's do it. Okay, well, looking pretty good there. Let's see, I got a couple of kind of ratty boxes there. I'm going to wait till I get another good box or two before I put the rest of those in a decent box and then throw it away. I just like to kind of keep those things in boxes rather than just loosely dump that in there. I don't highly advertise that I'm doing business here. I'm kind of a closed loop here. So I'm going to spray this out and keep this. I've got totes of all sizes. We're going to still use totes quite a bit when we're on the road. I haven't quite spec'd that out, and while I'm thinking about it, I have more wheels somewhere, and I think most of the wheels I have are like this, and it turns this shelf into a rolling shelf. Those aren't very hardy, and so if I'm rolling up and down a U-Haul ramp and in and out of a storage unit, those wheels would be okay, but you'd have to have your stuff really well situated on there, which I guess I probably will anyway. I probably am going to opt for these kind of wheels, which would be a lot better ride. Larger wheel, take a little out of the bumps, those are available. I don't know what they cost, probably 20 bucks for a set of 4. I'll have to see how many shelves I need and make the decision. Okay, next on my list, I'll get my grinder out and go grind crazy. I think that's going to be the quickest way to get these 6 or 8 nails off the back of this thing. Alright, so this grinder has gotten me through some tough spots with my old Jeep, getting parts off. I think I'm going to be able to get right down into this spot and that spot and get those nails out of there. Let's see how that goes. I don't have an extra hand, so you'll have to join me in a minute. Well, that definitely was the way to do it. This thing is not super powerful, but it's DeWalt. And it made very, very short work of that. I think there's maybe another one right there that I'm going to be able to get out with just the pry bar or whatever, and then I'm going to flip this thing over and do the other side. I didn't have enough energy to overcome the idea of hooking this to a cord last night. I was beat by the time I was going to work on this, but this is the way to go. Well, the other side took a little combination of leverage and grinding, and we got it freed up. Crown gasoline. Now this sign in perfect shape, round shape, I don't know, 800 bucks or something, 800 plus, maybe 800 to 1500 depending on condition and complete shape. This little piece like this, I think a couple $100 plus shipping is what it's going to go for. It's not going to ship for too much. I'm going to take it and take it to the tub, wash tub, and rinse it off, and then I'll bring it back to the listing area. I'm not sure I'm going to list it tonight, but I may. Alright, so doing a little cleanup back here. If you need tools for anything that you do and disassemble and things like that, you know, make a list and then make sure to look for those things when you're out and about too. I'm sure many of you people thrift for things and all that. This crowbar, I've used it about 3 or 4 times. I've really used it and enjoyed it when I've needed it. $3. So I know a new one like this, an old one like this, quality like this, if you bought it new today, I don't know. Whoop. What the heck am I doing upside down? That was weird. That was, maybe I wasn't upside down to you, but my screen showed me upside down. Anyway, crowbar like that, that quality, brand new, good grief, I don't know. Can you even get one? 50 bucks? Who knows? Alright, a little more cleanup. Alright, let's pack a few orders. I sold a lightning rod bulb. This one's pretty cool, unique. You won't find these everywhere. You'll find them for big bucks. I bought this with a large lot last summer. I'm probably to the point where everything I sell now, I've got a few left, is profit. That one sold for $134.64 plus shipping, going to Madison, Wisconsin, back to my old stomping ground. So I bought this actually in Janesville, Wisconsin area. So it didn't leave far from home. Now shipping this, I wrap it pretty well. They're pretty hardy until the lightning hits. Alright, so this is a Nikon diopter filter finder eyepiece thing. Little goober camera accessory. Sold for $20.24. And over here,
some Etsy here.
There's a little Etsy.
Got a 1996 Metallica caricature vintage concert tour t-shirt, size extra large.
Extra large?
This is thrift. This sold for $40 plus.
Oh man. Mike over at Global Voodoo's keeping me company while I pack. There's a big long lens. Let's just call it big long lens. $63.17 shipped, going to Madison, Wisconsin again. That's 2 out of 3. What's up in Madison? Must be spring break. A couple of old vintage Filmster films, different brands from the 70s. $18.99 on one of those and $18.99 on the other. Both going to Florida. Florida. Oh, back to my old tricks. Packed it up already. This is a watch needs service. $24.69. Unbranded from the Swiss Alps. Okay, last item right now is this Can't read this very well, but it's some sort of a truck model. I don't remember where I got these. I think I paid $5 each. Just sold for $29.99, shipped on Amazon, going to New York. Let's list a couple things. I've got this bucket full of lacrosse balls. Kind of a nice carrying bucket. And then I counted them 13 lacrosse sticks. I don't remember what I paid for these. $25, $30 for all of them. I'll have to look up what this is going to go for, but spring's coming. These should go pretty well. 13 sticks. Pretty good condition, pretty good sticks, and a bunch of balls. Let's list that. Alright, so I decided to list these lacrosse balls separately. I'm going to do these at auction. There's 40 some of them here. And I did the sticks at auction, so we'll see how that goes. I got so little money in these, I think I'm going to do quite well on them. Move them out. Okay, the 2 lots of lacrosse sticks, and then I'm going to list this sign, this Crown Gasoline. This used to be a large round sign. There's different diameters. I think this was from a 42-inch round sign, one-sided. There are some 36-inch double-sided that have sold for like $3,500. I'm going to run this one probably $270, $269.99 plus shipping, and we'll go from there. Alright, that's about all the listing I can handle. I gotta wind it down a little bit early tonight. I've got some other things I've got to do. Always do. Let's do this. Now I'm estimating the lacrosse sticks will go for $50 or more plus shipping. The lacrosse balls $30 or more plus shipping. The other item, the sign, $270. 3 items, $270, $350. Alright. Updated that. 440 days to go till we're on the road. Let's see what Wheeler's up to. I heard he pulled an all-nighter. Still awake?
Where did you hear that from?
I don't know. You seem to be continuing to
Push the envelope.
push the sleep envelope.
Yeah. That's kind of fun.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. I just like to stay up sometimes.
I guess some people just decide to never sleep again.
Yep. That's about what I'm feeling.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I need sleep.
Yeah.
For the week.
Yeah. So what's your plan to get your homework done all the way by tomorrow?
First, I'm gonna have to get down the trip. I'll have to figure that out.
Great.
I'm not pulling an all-nighter.
No, you need to sleep tonight.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Any listing going on? That all happened early.
Now, 3 of those are new, and I just listed these 2, so
Nope.
I just got started on it.
Okay.
All this is tested and pictured, so I was working on that.
What else is going on?
Not much. Wristwatch Wednesday's late, but what's new there? I'm pretty sure I'll probably just have that out sometime. Might even edit that on Saturday. We'll see.
Wristwatch Wednesday.
Just now.
It's already Thursday.
Yeah, who cares?
I see. So you got coins everywhere?
Yeah, I should go put those back where they were. Practicing some random stuff. Office seems like a bit of a mess. Ordered a new scooter parts. Listed the scooter deck. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's just nothing super congruent and normal.
Okay. Seems a little wacky to me, but
yeah.
I'm just an old guy. Alright, I think I'm going to get this vlog over and uploaded. Got a few other things that I'm working on. Ooh, tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to stop in and do a little picking tomorrow. Somebody told me there might be something good. And what else? Oh, I'm going out on a date. I asked Lon out on a date tomorrow night. We're going to go out for St. Patty's Day and get a St. Patty's beer go to one of our local hangouts, I think, and have some Friday night seafood. I like the seafood and then eat it. Oh, what else? We'll just play it by ear. Thanks for watching. I'm reading all the comments, and we'll just keep rolling. Pick well this Dolphin dealer is out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.